Hello, boys and girls. How you all doing? My name is Mihael, and welcome back to my vlog. 2 weeks ago, we played this big Easter tournament where there was $150 buy-in, and it was around $2,400 for the first place. It was a really exciting tournament. A lot of people showed up. I think we were 48 or something, and I did pretty well, but at the end I kind of lost the momentum and the steam. So lots of exciting hands I have for you. I have footage for over 5.5 hours. So let's just go into it and enjoy.
So here we go. To start with, why don't we talk about pocket kings early in the tournament? In big blind, small blind limps, I raised to 400 to build the pot and get value from my monster hand. Small blind calls, and we go heads up to the flop. This is the guy, my nemesis. The pot is 800. The flop is nice to us, so I'm pretty sure I continue in these spots. So flop is jack high, small blind checks. I continue for 400, and small blind quickly calls here. It's kind of hard to see there, but the turn is a 5 of hearts, so doesn't change much. Turn is 5 of hearts, small blind checks again. At this point we're way ahead or way behind, and the only way to figure that out is to bet. I bet 700 and small blind quickly calls, and the river is 8 of hearts, completes the backdoor flush draw, and most of the times I could go for thin value here. 1/3 of the pot, small blind checks for the third time. I check behind, he's got jack, and we win this pot. This next hand is pocket aces, and I open to 200. Big blind calls, we go heads up to the flop. This tournament I was getting all kind of monster hands to start with. Unfortunate, I think in this case I didn't get much for it, but sometimes you wish you didn't hit that good. But the flop is ace high and the hand goes check check. Turn I bet 200 and big blind quickly folds. We hit a set in aces there, so kind of unfortunate. We got the absolute minimum for it. Oh well, at least they didn't get cracked, so move on to the next hand. How about pocket jacks? In big blind, 3 loose players limp. I 3-bet to 2,100, kind of large since it's only 400 in the pot. I was kind of expecting to get at least one call, but everybody folds, so yeah, unfortunate. Not the result I wanted to. Bet sizing was wrong here. I should have made it 1,400 max to get action. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, sometimes I size it big because I expect a call. Well, we got 400 and yeah, without a fight, so I guess it's okay. I get ace queen here in big blind. Under the gun limps, under the gun +1, 3-bets to 600. I call and under the gun calls. So this time we go 3 ways to the flop. This was one of the nice hands here, I believe. Ace queen is kind of deceptive when you just call. You don't 3-bet. It's kind of sneaky ninja style a little bit. Of course you gotta be disciplined if you don't hit the fold. This flop is kind of nice. On the flop I check, under the gun checks, and under the gun +1 bets 1,200. I call, under the gun folds, so we continue heads up to the turn. The pot is at 1,900, so it's kind of nice. And let's see the turn here. The turn is at 7 of diamonds, which probably doesn't change anything. On turn I check, under the gun +1 bets 2,200. I'm letting him take the lead. No need to be aggressive here. I want to let him do the mistakes, which will give me the value I need to increase my stack. So I just call. Hopefully nothing crazy comes on the river. that would help him out. At this point, I presume I'm still ahead with a higher kicker, even if he has a queen. I don't know. He could have all kind of sorts of hands, king jack or so on. Anyway, the river I bet 3,500, and Undergun tanks forever. Eventually he ended up folding. He showed me queen high, queen face up. I show him an ace and take this pot down. Lately I'm working on not showing any cards whatsoever, but you know, if a player out of respect shows me one card, I kind of play fair and show him the same amount. So not always though. So yeah, poker's not about being nice, it's about winning. So but when we're not in the hand, we can talk all day about most of things if you want. So but the poker table, it's best just to sit there and concentrate. He was really thinking forever there. Like I said, he ended up folding his queen. So I presume he had queen jack or something like that. Or something, yeah. Even king queen maybe. Anyways, let's move to the next hand here. This kind of took forever. Nothing special here, but a big pot, 8,700 to my stack. Nice. So how about ace king, just to top things up. I open to 800 and the button calls. We go heads up to the flop. I think big blind still hasn't arrived yet, so button felt like he had to defend the blind there. The flop is just perfect, don't you think? The flop gives us the nuts at the moment, and I continue for 1,200, overcharging the flush draw, and button quickly calls. Turn is an ace, which is just lovely. Turn is a beauty. We complete our boat and check. This spot is perfect to slow play, since it gives our opponent opportunity to bluff, and we want him to bluff, of course. So we're not afraid of anything right now. I believe he bets 1,800, and we call, of course. No reason to raise. I want to keep him in the hand and get max value for it. Now the river is kind of interesting here. It would be a super cooler if he had pocket threes. But you know, on the river another 3 gets there, so now pocket 3 beats us, but we can't worry about that. I need to think how much button is willing to call. I decide to go small and bet 3,000 for value. I believe the hand doesn't end there. I think he kind of goes crazy on me, if I remember correctly. To my surprise, he jams. I snap call and show him the ace king, and he mugs, and we double through the button here. Great result, you know. Played him like a violin. This is what you do with aggressive players. You know, when you have a monster hand, just let them bet. They'll hang themselves. So perfect result here. So at the end, he got the best of me. It was this player to my left that I lost to. So he preserved, even though he bought in again after this loss. This next hand is pocket eights. Sorry, I open to 1,600. Big blind calls, and we go heads up to the flop. It's another player from under the club, Rando's club. I don't play with him much, so is kind of a little bit unknown for me, but he knows what he's doing, and he's loose aggressive too. To my surprise, most of the players are. Nobody's playing nice and safe. Look at this. And just like that, boom, we hit quads. Flop goes check, check. My hand is unbeatable. Turn is a 6. Doesn't matter at all. Turn big blind checks. I bet 2,000. Big blind jams. And of course, I snap him off. Poker is pretty easy when you hit your hands this good. Life is good, and I'm riding the wave of fortune while it lasts. It's just lovely. Hitting quads, that's actually doesn't happen often. How about pocket kings again? How many times do we get those? Here we get the pocket kings on button. Hijack opens to 1,800. Cutoff calls. I 3-bet to 5,500, and they both call. I'm not sure I'm too happy about this situation. But we got kings. Unless an ace comes, we're pretty good. So you can't cry beforehand, before knowing what will happen. You just have to play at this moment, knowing I'm probably the best pre-flop. So if they had aces, they would let me know with a raise. So the flop was king high, 2 hearts, hijack and cutoff check. I fire big, 13,000, which is a mistake. As I made this vlog, the goal here was to get max value and keep them in the hand while charging them for the wrong odds. I think the bet of 8,000, 9,000 would be better. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. I kind of screw up this one. It's playing maybe way too safe. When you hit a set of in kings, you know, even though if it's a flush draw there, shouldn't be afraid. Just have to be disciplined to throw them away if the draw that gets there. So yeah, I don't know. I was playing it safe there, I guess. So that's part of my game I still have to correct. I can see always room to improve. But this one, we took it down. A nice pot of 17,000 chips. Good enough. And here we got dealt pocket jacks and short stack, which means only one thing, and that is all in. Hijack opens to 3,000, I jam, and he says I'm on tilt and calls. We're facing queen 10 of hearts. It's 67% versus 33%. I'm hoping for a clean run out, and we get just that. We double through hijacked here, so great result here. Life is good when everything is working out, and you win your flips, or yes. So, and this last hand of the tournament, pocket 7s and a good spot to push, but small blind has another idea and calls with ace queen off. And my question is, are the 7s gonna hold? Sorry about that. Nope. Cutoff hits his queen and sends me home. It's the same player that we slow played with the full house. There is a queen, and we are going home. Unfortunate.
So guys, what did you think? This was a great tournament. I love playing these big Easter tournaments. They are lots of fun. They're deep stack. We got 30,000 chips to start with, and the blinds are half an hour. The levels are half an hour. So great tournament. I had lots of good time there. I ended up number 24, I believe, from 48 players, which is kind of irrelevant, because if you don't make it to the money, it's kind of doesn't matter. I was really steaming in the beginning, as you saw, hitting big hands, just easy poker when it's one of those days. It's really unfortunate it didn't last. After 5.5 hours, I just ran dry from my hands. I had to push with pocket sevens, and then yeah, you know how it ended. So no reason to cry. It's just the way it is. Yes, one thing I noticed when I was making this vlog is, beside from one huge mistake, actually, I apologize for my voice. I'm kind of sick still. Was that one hand ace-6 off, I ended up calling light, the guy to my left, who is loose aggressive, and that hand costed me around 20,000 chips, which is a huge mistake, and that was the only big mistake I made. Actually, I managed to come back from that again up to 50,000 in chips. Besides that, I played in position. I played really disciplined. I am a little bit proud of myself. I'm like the work I'm doing beside my vlogs is getting coaching, getting help, reading books. It's starting to pay off. I feel more comfortable. I know what I'm doing in different spots, so I'm growing. I'm really happy with that result. So when I look back on those tournaments, it's just learning, and it's I'm happy. So this was it for now. I have some material from this last Monday, which I'll try to push out before Sunday. Go ahead and check it out when it comes out. For now, I will say many thanks for watching. Hopefully you will like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Take care.